Hello friends, let's continue our series further. For the lecture number 7, we will be learning about conditional statements in Python. That is if, elif and else statements. Alright, let's begin. Conditional statements allow a program to make decisions and execute certain blocks of code based on whether conditions are true or false. Alright. At first we have the if statement. It is used to test a condition. If the condition is true, the code block under it runs. If it's false, Python skips it. For example, if age is greater than 18, allow voting. Alright. In this, the program checks if the condition given inside the if statement is true. If it's true, it proceeds further to the next block or the block under it, and if it's not true, the Python interpreter will skip it. Alright, so let's see the next one. We have elif, which is simply an else if you are familiar with other programming languages like Java or C. It is used to test multiple conditions one after another. Only the first true condition will execute. Alright, so once it reaches a block where it finds a condition that is true, it will execute that block, and once the execution of that block is completed, it will come out. Alright, so it will only execute the first true condition. Comes after if and before else, which is optional. So basically, once you start an if statement, you check the first condition, but if you have multiple conditions, you check on to the second condition, and hence the word else if. Alright, so in the case where it finds a condition that is true, it will go into that block, and if it's not able to find, it will either go to the else block, which is an optional block, or it will go outside it. Alright, for example, if age is 18, say just eligible. Else if age is greater than 18, say eligible. Alright, so it is checking the cases where the age is 18 and checking the cases where it is greater than 18. For the cases where the age is less than 17, well, it does nothing. Finally, we have the else statement. Runs only if all previous if and elif conditions are false. Alright, if none of these conditions are true, only then will the else statement be executed. Alright, it also acts as a default / fallback block, which means that if you are not able to simply run the first two conditions or the statements, this statement is a default. It will work by default if you have installed it, alright, or implemented it. For example, if no condition matches, say not eligible. Alright, finally we have indentation. Python uses indentation, which is space or tabs like this. I'll just show you. To define which code blocks belong inside if, else if or else blocks, indentation is mandatory in Python. So let's take a short example. So as you can see, there's the indentation done in the program. In the indentation, we are making proper spaces and blocks to basically ensure and let Python interpreter know that we are printing something inside a specific block, or we are writing something inside a specific block. So spacing and indentation are mandatory in the Python language. I hope you were able to understand this. Thank you for watching.